What the human ego calls the end of the world, the enlightened being calls awakening. What the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls butterfly. What the human ego calls the end of the world, the enlightened being calls awakening. What is spiritual enlightenment? Spiritual enlightenment is the direct experience of the ultimate state of existence. Spiritual enlightenment is the direct experience of the ultimate state of being nothing and knowing nothing that results from doing nothing. Spiritual enlightenment is impossible for you to do because it requires you to do nothing. The irony is that when you do nothing, you no longer exist as an individual being that does things in the world you perceive. Your only obstacle to becoming spiritually enlightened is your individual desire to do things, which is your desire to live an individual embodied life in the world you perceive as you emotionally animate your body and mind and emotionally identify yourself with the embodied form of a person that appears in that world. You have to become willing to do nothing to become enlightened, which means you have to become willing to stop emotionally animating your body and mind. That means you have to become willing to die at the level of an individual being that does things in the world you perceive. You only become willing to do nothing when you see the world you appear to live in as an illusion and see your character that appears to live a life in that world as an illusion of what you really are. You have to lose interest in paying attention to the illusion and withdraw your attention away from the illusion. When you finally withdraw your attention away from the illusion, you also withdraw your investment of emotional energy in the illusion that animates the illusion. When you stop animating your body and mind, it feels like you're dying, but it's not your body that's dying, only your personal self-concept or ego. You have to die at the level of your ego to become enlightened because you have to lose that personal self-concept. When you lose interest in animating the illusion and withdraw your attention away from the illusion, you withdraw your investment of emotional energy that animates the body and mind of your character in the illusion. You sever your emotional attachment to your character as you stop expressing that emotional energy, and your character becomes dead to you. You die at a personal level when you stop caring about the life your character appears to live in the world you perceive, because you see that your character is only an illusion of what you really are. You have to lose interest in your character before you can stop paying attention to your character, shift the focus of your attention away from your character, and refocus your attention on the true nature of your own being, which at the level of being an observer is your own sense of being present. That sense of I amness is the only true thing you can ever know about yourself at the level of perceiving the illusion. You have to stabilize the focus of your attention on that sense of beingness while you also withdraw your attention away from the illusion. That's when you finally do nothing at the level of the illusion. You stop expressing emotions as you stop moving and become motionless. That's when you fall into the motionless void. That's when the world you perceive disappears from existence from your own point of view, and your individual being dissolves back into the nothingness of pure undivided being. There is no individual entity here. There is only generic information and energy being organized into the animated form of a person, and the undifferentiated consciousness of the void being focalized into the individual point of view of the observer. The moving point of view of the observer's perceiving consciousness always arises in relationship to a holographic screen, as the light of consciousness is reflected off the screen and the animated images of the observer's holographic world are projected from its screen to its central point of view. Information is encoded on the screen, and energy is expressed with the observer's own motion as the observer's consciousness arises at that point of view and moves relative to the motionless void. That motion is how the illusion of the observer's world is created. When that motion comes to an end, the illusion also comes to an end. To be born means to create a world around yourself as the center. You are that point of consciousness. By your movement, the world is ever created. Stop moving and there will be no world. Please visit the Science and Non-Duality WordPress.com website.